Well, first the change up to David Wright, and then they start first ball hitting, and that's how it usually happens. And it happens in a short period of time. I think it was 10 pitches and they had 5 runs, and turns into like a feeding frenzy. We've seen that on our side, and they start first ball hitting, and they smell blood in the water, and that's what happened. And next thing you know is 5 runs, but we got hurt by a long ball tonight, which is what they depend on, and that's a big part of their offense. And so that's what happened.
You obviously want Gio to throw strikes, and that's been really helpful for him this year.
Yeah.
To get ahead of guys, but what adjustments can you make when they're being that aggressive and jumping on him like that?
Well, I mean the adjustments, like I said, they happen so fast in baseball like that. I mean, you go to the bathroom and you come back and they got 5 runs, and like I said, it turns into a feeding frenzy, and you can back off the mound and just sort of regroup like Gio's done in the past. Well, this year in the past, and so you learn from it. You learn from it, and you hope it doesn't happen again.
You think it helped them having seen Gio so recently, just a few days ago?
Well, yeah, but we saw, we saw Cologne recently too, and this game is a game of adjustments, and they adjusted quite well, to Gio today.
What makes Bartolo Colon so good?
Change the speeds and location of his fastball. He'd throw one like a BP fastball, 83, 84. Then he'd throw another one at 88. And then next thing you know, I even saw a couple of 92s and 93s up there. And, change the speed off your fastball because everything's designed to look like a fastball. And plus he has great location with that fastball. And he'll cut some, and then he'll, sink some. And then they catch you looking for the outside part of the plate, which he throws to predominantly. And then he'll pop one on the inside. And, once he gets it going, then he kind of has you in a crossfire. Yes, Bill?
The average Major League fastball is something like 92 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not aware that there's anybody who lives on one pitch and it's the fastball to the degree Colon does. He's got over 200 wins. Why hasn't anybody else learned it better?
I don't know, because I think everybody thinks that pitching is throwing everything in the kitchen sink, throwing predominantly, mixing it up and throwing everything, but you have to master the fastball before you can master anything else. And he has learned, to master, the fastball. And like I said, he changes speeds off of the fastball, but everybody doesn't have, his command. Before, when he was younger, he was throwing 97, 98 with that fastball. And he was throwing everything, change-ups, breaking balls. I mean, you name it. I mean, most people don't stick around and healthy enough to stick around long enough to learn, what he's learned.
What do you see from Bryce right now? Just maybe a little antsy?
No, he's kind of in between. He's ahead of breaking balls, off-speed pitches, and he was behind on fastballs. And it's about vision and recognition. I mean, right now the ball, I've been there. Everybody's been there. When you're hitting good, the ball looks like a beach ball, and when you're not swinging good, it looks like a golf ball. And so it's about vision, and he'll get it because this guy has tremendous eyes and hand-eye coordination. So it just happens to be, his name happens to be Bryce Harper, and he's kind of spoiled us all.
But he hasn't really struggled like this. Kind of, he has spoiled us. So how do you think he's handling it? What are you seeing from him?
Well, I think he's handling it pretty well. How many times can you say, hang with him, or how many times can you say, you pat a guy in the back, but all you can do is right now is give him some love, and right now number one thing that's not giving him love is his bat. You know what I mean? Because that's what gives a hitter love, is when you're getting hits and when you're hitting the ball hard. So, you know, right now he just needs some understanding and love from all of us, and he'll come out of it. I mean, heck, it's not like it's August the 15th. You know what I mean? I don't think he has 200 bats yet. And so the key is to make your move, you know, before you get to 200 at-bats. And then it gets harder to move after that. Yes.
You had Barry Bonds when he was being walked 177 times, but he still hit 73 homers. And you were on the other side when you were walking him when you were a Cub manager. What did he say about how you cope with being walked so much and still maintain an easy
Well,
pivot?
I mean, Barry loves Bryce Harper. You know, I mean, he thinks he's the best around. And but you got to remember, when I had Barry Bonds and he was being walked 200 times, he was 32 years old. He was 9 years older than Barry. So, you know, he learned to, you know, to deal with it. You know, how would Barry have dealt with it when he was 23 years old? And I remember talking to Barry one time, and I think Barry was 23, 24, and he was hitting 236 when he was in Pittsburgh. And, you know, that's what people don't realize. I mean, they realize Barry Bonds after he got it all together, but you go look at his records, you know, early in his career. I mean, Bryce is miles ahead of Barry right now, you know, at his career. And, you know, Barry struggled. I don't think anybody ever realized that, or even goes back to see that Barry, you know, at some point in time, Barry struggled.
During those days when everybody was chasing him around, I heard him say that he liked, to a degree, all the walks because he was always ahead in counts.
That's well.
And that he could look for the pitches, he could look for location.
Well, and Barry had mastered you know, concentration to another level. You know, I saw Barry would get 1 or 2 pitches a night. He wouldn't be lulled to sleep. He wouldn't miss them, and then he'd hit them out of the ballpark. You know, they think they had him set up for that fastball or whatever pitch they set it up for, and then Barry, I never saw him ever get frustrated about being walked. You know, I've seen him take his elbow guard off right in the middle of the pitch because he realized that when they left his hand that it was a ball, because he had, you know, tremendous vision. And Bryce has the same vision. Hank Aaron had the same vision. But, you know, I mean, let's not forget this guy's a very young player that's trying to still master his skill.